Hello, beautiful viewers down south throughout the cosmos. Prepare to indulge in experience and sheer bliss, because today another ribbon and cat fitting stellar unboxing video is about to be brought to fruition. What do I be unboxing? What do I be opening? Without further delay, without further procrastination, let me elicit the box. What item is encompassed inside this box? Let's find out. Allow me to render the contents of the box transparent. Allow me to penetrate through the box, and allow me to make an aperture in the box. Bear with me, this process will only take billions of picoseconds to undergo. I have successfully penetrated through the box. Now I can extract the contents of the box. However, before I can do so, I need to expand the hole. I lack physical prowess. Therefore, this feat is arduous to pull off. I am dainty. I am nimble. I am fragile. I am feeble. Alrighty. The first item we have within the box is Lurth. He's wielding a shield, however he lacks his blade. He lacks articulation in the knees. His aesthetics emulate his appearance in the Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring movie. I'm not very pleased with this figurine. It's devoid of ample points of articulation. He can be relegated to the shelf and utilized for display. Let's move on, shall we? We have one of the hobbits. Is this Merry? Is this Pippin? Is this Sam? I'm unsure. I would presume that it's either Merry or Pippin. The twins look akin to one another. We have another hobbit. Luckily a bag end. In conjunction with the hobbit figurines, we also have a dwarf. This is a renowned, illustrious, valiant, noble, heroic Gimli. He's missing his default axe. We have two more hobbits, Frodo and either Merry or Pippin. I flaunted thus. I made a blunder. I flaunted 6 Lord of the Rings figurines thus far. We have Bilbo Baggins. He looks like he's reveling in the moment. Next we have Frodo Baggins. Then we have another Frodo Baggins, equipped in his hobbit attire. This Frodo looks very formal. I showcased 9 of the figurines that were originally encompassed within this box. What else remains? Let's find out. We have an Uruk-hai. I believe that this female is known by the moniker Emerwin. However, you can verify that for yourself. We have King Cedon, the defender of Helm's Deep, the glorious king. We have a Nazgul in conjunction with a second Nazgul. You can utilize these to build an army. We have the brother of Boromir. His name may be Faramir. I'm unsure. He hails from Gondor. He's a captain of Gondor. Of course, he's missing his armaments. This is what you can expect when you purchase figurines from the second-hand market off eBay at severely discounted prices. They're typically devoid of their innate default weapons and accessories. Next we have Strider, or Aragorn, the king of Gondor. He has ample points of articulation. He can swivel. His hues contrast well with one another. He appears to be coming apart at the torso. It's quite unfortunate. This figurine is preordained to break. Hopefully I can prolong his longevity. And somehow rectify him. He's in dire need of being repaired. Another version of Aragorn. He appears to be wobbly. Lord Elrond. One of the allies of Sauron. Next we have Legolas, the Prince of Mirkwood. We have one of the lackeys of the Witch King. He may be his right-hand man, or a commander within the Witch King's army. Is his name Korsmog? I'm unsure. Another elf. Who warded off Sauron in the First Age. Is this Gilligad? Once again, I'm unsure. Most of them have sustained their integrity despite being over a decade old. This may be Gamling, or Hamma, one of the guards of King Cedin. Next we have Frodo. Another elf. Another homogeneous Legolas. A Nazgul. Arwen. Galadriel. And Uruk-hai. I believe this is a berserker. And Gollum, or Smeagol. I recollect paying under $100 for this lot. The seller neglected to list all the figures part of the lot. He just showcased a picture of them clustered together, so I'm not sure about which particular figurines this lot contains. Another Uruk-hai. Are these figurines shoddy? I do not believe so. They may not be in pristine condition, but they do have merit. Toy Biz produced stupendous action figures that emulate their movie actors. They have visual fidelity. Here's Strider. In conjunction with their appearances emulating their movie actors, they also have a copious amount of points of articulation, unlike today's modern day figures. Here's Eomer. Who's the rider of Rohan, or the leader of the Rohirrim. I believe he becomes a captain. I believe he becomes a king of Rohan post King Theoden passing. So that's nearly everything. We have one more Uruk-hai. I believe this is supposed to be a crossbowman. We have some accessories, albeit few. And that appears to be everything. So, in hindsight, I have no qualms about this purchase and decision. Figures have depreciated. They're past their prime. They're not going to appreciate in value. If anything, they're preordained to further depreciate. However, for under $100, I have no regrets about this purchase and decision. I recollect procuring 33, 32, or 31 Lord of the Rings figurines for $95. I believe this lot is comprised of 33 Lord of the Rings figures. However, let me double check and I'll showcase all of them once more before ending this video. Here's an Urka Berserker. I made a blunder. Here's an Urka Berserker. Here's an Uruk-hai. Here's the leader of the Uruk-hai who gets slaughtered by the blade of Aragorn. Here's Commander Lurs. That's 3 figurines thus far. I believe this is Gothmog. Not sure. He may be a half troll, half orc, who knows. He may be a lieutenant of the Witch King of Angmar. That's 4. Lady Galadriel. That's 5. 2 Elf Kings. That's 7. We have 2 versions of Legolas. That's 9. An ally of Sauron. That's 10. A Nazgul. That's 11. Arwen, coupled with her father Elrond. That's 13. Frodo of the Shire, the Ring Bearer, and Smeagol, his sadistic, malicious, spiteful companion. That's 15. Theoden King. And 2 Hobbit figurines. That's 18. Former Hobbit figurines that can be utilized as fodder. That makes 22. Bilbo Baggins paired with Gimli. That's 14. Oh, he actually does come with his axe. I was completely oblivious to it. It was apparently strapped around his belt. Two more allies of good. I believe that makes 26. Two more allies of the Fellowship. That's 28. And Uruk-hai and Strider. That's 30. Another Uruk-hai and 2 more versions of Aragorn. This is the righteous, valiant, stoic King of Gondor. Overall, I believe I received 33 figurines, unless I made a blunder. And then we have a Nazgul. So, actually I may have received 34 as opposed to 33. Apparently that's everything. The box can now be relegated to the trash. These figurines will be flaunted on my shelf adjacent of me, and I look forward to the prospect of procuring more Lord of the Rings figurines so that I can one day complete my collection. I hope that you found this video to be enthralling and insightful. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.